So, hi everybody and welcome back. This is a C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 57, and in this video we continue to talk about the Enum, which we learned in our last video. And I said that what we created here on screen, that is the screen from the last video, that this Enum creation, what we did here, is not safe. It is, let's say so, it is a bad style, because of course it's safe when you use it right, then it's no problem, and then you have even more information. Then you have also this numbers which is converted behind the scene, but this version can cause many problems, and that's why they changed this Enum creation a little bit. So, and we are going to create again a new Enum. I make it here on the second, here on the bottom, so you can compare it later. So what we do is, first of all, I don't need this one. It was just here. So what we do is, again, we create again our own type with words which we want to use later. And this time I write Enum, and then I used another keyword, class. So, and we have not talked about class so far, and this Enum class is actually not a real class. It is still like this one, an enumeration, but it will have a very nice behavior of a class, and it is this behavior that it is that you can search it with the class resolution operator, and that it is not converted behind the scene to these numbers. And one more, also this values which you are defined are not are local later when you define it here. Here they are not local, which means they are here in the scope. We have not talked about scope, that comes later, but just in my just to make it easy, just think about that. If you use this Enum class and then write your new enumeration type, in this case I write a menu, not a menu for game, I write a menu for games actually, and I write here menu and then all the words which I would use in a game menu. So then I have here, for example, what we use in a game menu. For example, we have a main menu. Then we have in a game option menu, and then I have, let's say, one more. What do we have there? Game main menu, option menu. Perhaps we have some character menu, probably much more. But let's say we have this free. And now you see it is similar to that what we created here, and the only real difference is just this class. And how this is affecting this whole thing here, I will show you in a moment. Let me make again a variable, because careful, this is just a type, and now I have to create like a normal variable, a variable for this type. So let's make this, let's call menu, and I call it my game menu, and I assign a value to it, and I want say, now for not my game menu, let's call it my selected menu, because it should be very descriptive, and when I read now this name, it is very descriptive. I know instantly that this one is a selected menu, and in this case I write a default value. Let's say I selected my main menu here in this case, and now when I do this, you see the first difference to that what we see here on top. So what is the first difference here? The first difference is it complains. Actually, it complained here also a little bit. You see this green scribbles here in Visual Studio. Careful, in other IDEs there might be a warning or an error or nothing, depends. Here in this case it says a scribble and things like that, and when you read how you mouse over this one and read what it says on the bottom the Enum type main and so on. is unscoped. We will learn scoping, and then they say prefer Enum class, and they say we should use this one, what I Enum class. And yeah, they give here as a warning because this one is the old one and this one is the new one. So then the next thing is here. I said here we created a variable. Here I created just normal a variable, and then I assigned a value, but here I could assign this red, and here I can't assign my main menu. So why is that? Why I can't assign here my main menu, and why I can assign here, for example, this red? The reason for that is this one here uses now a class. You need for this one a class resolution operator, and we learned this kind of stuff. And this class resolution operator is actually this double colon. And perhaps you remember we used it in, let me show you, in many cases, but we have never talked what it really does. I said early, for example, std, and then we have said in string, perhaps we created a string, and then we made a string variable, my name, and then I assigned, most time I made this example here. And we know already what this variable is and this assignment and so, but we never talked really about this colon, right? And this colon I said will search is a lookup. A lookup means I search for something. Also, and it says, and it starts here. It starts with this class name, type name, or that can many things. That must be not even a class name. It can be a namespace. It can be a struct and so on. We learn all this kind of stuff one step. But think about that. The name, also the colon checks what it's here at the end, and it will search this one, for example, the string, and here in front of him. So, which means this colon is just a search. You can think like a search machine, and it says I want to find the string in this std. And if the string is not here in std, I will print, for example, an error. And in our case, let's look what happens here. We define here our own class, and here it says there is an error, and it says I can't find it. And this search machine say, where should I search for your main menu? Where is this main menu? And then we have to say them, go to menu, in our case, menu, and then in menu you will find main menu. So this is the way we will assign from now on. That's why I said we will use all time this colon, and this colon is just a search. It is called a lookup, for example, or a class resolution operator, which means the value which you are searching is anywhere in. And this colon says I will go there and check it out. And in this case, we have defined it here. And one more info, but we have not talked about this also, is this one is considered as local variables. That's why we have to use this one here. But later to that. Right now, you have only to know that when we use this class, we need this class resolution operator to find it. Because one more info, later this class menu, we will soon talk about classes, structs, and so on. But when we talk about them, we will also create new files, and they will search this class resolution operator can search these new files too when you included them here in the library. For example, the string library, which I said is a non-primitive type, it says I use the string here. Here I'm a searcher. I want to find the string in std, so I will go and find this in std. But when you see here, Where is this std? Actually, we have not included, but this std is, I think, here you have to define the string here, include string. But here is a little bit strange because this std is a namespace, namespace for std stands for standard library, and I think the standard library is already included here. Okay, that's more confusing than explaining it, because how they use that and how they made this. Just think about this. Let's go to our example and think about it all time when you see this class resolution operator. It's very important. That's why I talk so much about it. It will try to find this one in the thing what you defined here in front. Let's continue. So after I have this one, okay, it works. And now how we can use that? Let's use also here a switch statement for test. Switch, and then I use selected menu. Okay, when I write this one, right, switch, and then I say selected menu for selected menu. This is the variable name which I created. Okay, and depends on the selected menu, of course, I can write here again my switch statement and the switch case, and then I write the cases. I choose one of them because that's why I use this selected menu. So let's say I have here main menu. And then if this is the case, and we see here again a problem, that's interesting. But let's continue. First, let me write this finish here. STD out. And then I want print out like the in front. Also this is the main menu. So, and here we have again this problem here. Here on top we have no problem. We could use it directly. And here it says again, I have no clue what this is. What is this here? And here again, if it says something like is undefined, is not defined, it means this one is here in local space. It is not in, we will have to talk about scope soon, definitely. And then it can't find it. And then you have to use again this class resolution operator and then menu again. And if you do so, you see it pops up all these cases where it's connected. This one knows it is here connected, and this class resolution operator will find this one later here. And that's why it's working. And let's do this one for the other classes too here. Copy for the 3 other ones. Paste and paste. And save and change this here perhaps to option menu and here to character menu. Here to character menu. Good. And here of course change this one to this is option menu, then menu, and here to character menu. So with that said, we have this one and we test this one and let's see if this works. And yeah, there is only no new line character, but this will work. Let's do the new line character here too, perhaps. Let's make it here just in case. I should make it now all place, but that's not very important. So with that said, we have learned now a second way to create a enumeration. And yeah, one more thing. Careful, there is again one more way to create an enumeration, or perhaps even 2 more ways. But important is, instead of class, it can stay here enum struct menu. And if you read, a struct is similar to a class, and when we talk about structs and classes, you will know what they are. Right now it's only important that there is one more way, which is enum struct, and struct is similar to class. So then we have finished this one. It is a little bit complicated because we start to learn this scope resolution operator, and from now on we will use this scope resolution operator a lot. That's why it is very important to get used to it, to train. And with that said, I stop here. We will make, of course, a little bit more examples in our exercises especially. And if you have any questions, again, you can ask in the comments. And with that said, bye.